valid driver's license.
Well, there's that.
Sorry to shut it down for people talking, but Pat, it's 9 p.m. I feel like he's meditating, praying for God to show up in his share. Pat, whenever you're ready, unmute yourself.
Okay, what's up, guys? Oh, unmute myself.
Still can't hear you.
Okay. What's up, guys? Is there a format that you sent me?
I did send you.
Okay, cool. I got it right here, dog.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Patrick. I'm an alcoholic. I'm an addict, but I just say alcoholic. It's just easier. WIP Men's Stag meeting format. Wednesday, 9 o'clock. The leader reads everything in blue. Okay, so hello, my name is Patrick and I'm an alcoholic. Welcome to the Wednesday night work in progress group of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is a closed 1-hour men's meeting focusing on solutions for alcoholics in our everyday challenges. If you have a desire to stop drinking, you are welcome to stay. Out of respect for our speaker and participants, we ask that you make sure you're muted if you're not sharing. Thank you. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other so that they can solve their common problems and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are fully self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution and does not wish to engage in any controversy. We neither endorse nor oppose any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and to help other alcoholics achieve sobriety. Are there any visitors from another city or country? If so, please tell us your first name and where you're from.
No, that's not happening.
Okay, right on. Seventh tradition. We will now observe the seventh tradition. In keeping with the seventh tradition, which states we are fully self-supporting through our own contributions, we will now ask you to please contribute to Venmo at John Miliano, seventh tradition, last 4 digits, 837. At this time, should I spell all that out or are we?
No, I already got it for you. Yeah, you don't have to spell it out.
Okay, at this time, this is our WIP Meet Venmo account. The meeting, I'll now put this information in the chat. At this time, I've asked Sam to read chapter 3, which starts on page 30 and ends with science may one day accomplish this, but hasn't done so yet. Okay,
I got a guy here. If you
go ahead.
No worries, Pat. Yeah, we're going to have,
I'm over here like snapping my fingers and shit.
Okay. And let me pop this on the screen for you guys.
Yeah, it works for me.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So, readings, chapter 3 for the Venerable Daniel S. There you go, Daniel.
Guys, Daniel Alcoholic, chapter 3.
Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Most of us have been unwilling to admit we were real.
I'm speaking in a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's pretty exciting.
Different from his fellows. Therefore, it is not surprising that our drinking careers have been characterized by countless vain attempts to prove we could drink.
I gotta pee. Hold me down. Oh, shit, hold me down.
Followed always by still worse relapse. Physicians who are familiar with alcoholism agree that there is no such thing as making a normal drinker out of an alcoholic.
Can you please text Madison?
Science may one day accomplish this.
We have to fix the water. The dog's gonna, there's mud. And I've asked someone else to read chapter 5, starting on page 58, ending 60. And
Yeah,
God
John will
could.
do that for us. 1 second. Here we go. Let's get this on the screen. Bada boom, chapter 5, how it works. All you, John. Let's
Wow.
make that a little bigger for you.
So wait, is there really only like?
Someone else, I'm dealing with something else.
How do I
Yeah,
see
no worries.
like everyone
My name is
in
John, and
here?
I'm
Oh
alcoholic.
wow. Whoa.
This is how it works.
There's like a
Rarely have I
lot of
seen a
people in
person
here.
fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not.
Can you see how many
completely give
people?
themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constantly
Sam, are you in the
capable
meeting?
of being honest with themselves. They're such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable
Will
of
you have
grasping and developing manners of
help him
living
get
which
in
demands
so he can
vigilance
see how many
honesty.
people are in there?
Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders.
Let's get to 50K, guys. Double tap.
They have the capacity.
I have it on mute. I'm about to
Our
share.
stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you've decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. In some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who is all power, and that one is God. May you find him now. Half measures have availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps that we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. When we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable, two came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to other human beings the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all of these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and came willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when we do so to injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. And 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs.
Many of us exclaimed,
what
"What an order! I can't go through with it. Do not be discouraged.
No
No
one
one
among
among
us
us."
has been able to maintain anything like a perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints.
I'm in an AA meeting right now.
That we are willing to grow along
I'm about to
spiritual
speak
lines.
in front of all
The
these
principles
people.
we have set
Hang
down
out.
are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapters of the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he was sought. Thank you.
At this meeting, we give chips for various lengths of sobriety. May I have our chip person please give out chips?
Alcoholic, I am your temporary chip chap, standing in this week. So we give chips for various lengths of sobriety. The first one we give is a welcome chip if this is your first time.
Thank you guys so much for liking this. Let's get to 50K, guys. Double tap. Just keep double tapping.
How many days? And pardon the sounds. I've got a puppy playing.
Let's double tap. Let's sprint.
Anybody here for the first time? No? Okay. We also offer a chip for 30 days. Does anybody have 30 days of continuous sobriety? No? How about 60 days? Double your sobriety.
Everybody like the live. Let's go.
2 months?
The more people we can get in the room, the more people we can attract.
We're going to go for 9 months. I'm told that's an alcoholic baby.
Well, I mean, this is the...
Any 9 months here. No? Last but not least, a year or multiples thereof.
All right.
No,
I'm not gonna
looks
say
like
anything.
no one's getting chipped today. Well, thank you for letting me be of service.
Hey, I do
Marco.
want to, yeah,
What's
sorry,
up?
I do want to say something. I forgot to say it at the live meeting, but November the 2nd is the meeting's birthday. So the meeting was officially 8 years old on November the 2nd. I was gonna say it on the 7th, because I thought it was the 7th, and I looked back, and then I wasn't here last week, so I apologize.
Where's my other vape? Oh, and maybe grab me a Learning to Lose shirt just so I can show them. Probably get into the brand, you know?
No song to the meeting.
The meeting has no ears.
All right.
He was here for his birthday time.
Thankfully.
Come on, we gotta.
All right, come on, let's go.
Happy birthday
Hey.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Dude, there's like a lot of. It's Aaron's meeting. That's who asked me to speak. No, this is a big ass. How many people are here? There's like a lot of people in this fucking meeting right now. This is amazing, bro. This is a good meeting, you guys. You should go to this meeting, you know.
Thank you for sharing. All right, Pat, it's back to you.
All right. At this meeting, Chip, leader shares for 10 to 15 minutes.
You can go 15 or so minutes, just fill it out. I'll put the time down.
After you share, read the following. Okay, cool, guys. My name is Patrick.
I got your back.
Oh.
I got the time going too. So you
Oh.
don't have to worry about it.
All right, thanks, Aaron. I've been sober 19 years, and I haven't spoke in a meeting. My life is basically talking about recovery all the time. I have a sober living and an IOP, and my entire life is just recovery now and talking about recovery and trying to influence young kids to understand that there's a way out. So it's weird because I don't know what. I feel like the line between what's treating my disease and what my job is has now been blurred. So I'm really grateful for Aaron because he has nothing to do with my job or my sober living. Although he has been by the house a few times and seen what we do. It's like super structured and different from anything you've probably seen, unless you're privy to like Liberty House or New Life or really even like Delancey Street, the Salvation Army, kind of community-based. The opposite of addiction is connection. I don't really understand how that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure it's true. And the way that we get sober is we make connections with people that are just like us, powerful, deep connections with people so we can share our experience, strength, and hope. But at first it starts with like pain. If I sit and think about the pain and I ruminate on the pain that I experienced and the pain that others are experiencing right now, I could get emotional and I could start crying pretty easily, throw on some Elliott Smith, game over. I will show you guys because all I ever see all day long is just people that have no one to listen, that no one, you'd be surprised at how many people don't have a single fucking person that will listen to them. I mean, it's fucking insane because I'm online a lot and I have this Discord and this community of sober people and just the overwhelming amount of like people who can't get sober, who don't even know that there's a way out. You know, the first name of the big book was A Way Out, the Way Out. The first name was The Way Out. I honestly feel like that's a much better name than Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't like the name Alcoholics Anonymous because I feel like it's misleading. This has nothing to do with alcohol. What can we maybe change the name? It's a little. I'm trying to talk to kids who don't give a fuck about AA, dude. They don't give a fuck about us or you, or being professional, or having like integrity, or being honest. They don't give a fuck. They're just trying to get money, tattoo their faces, and be fucking famous. A lot of these fucking kids, whether they want to admit it or not. So I'm trying to like reach them and help them understand that this is the most punk rock movement ever. There's no leaders, just trusted servants. It's just a bunch of fucking misfits that got together and organized chaos, and we're helping each other. And it's the most beautiful movement. There could never be it's not possible for there to be a more beautiful movement. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it. There's no fees for admission. The only requirement is a desire to stop drinking or using. So if you don't think I'm a member, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, I'm a member, whether you like it or not. That's the crazy part. And everything in the book is a suggestion. So I think everyone needs to get off their fucking high horse for a second. I'm saying, not you guys, just people in general, when it comes to like the traditions and the rules and and it's like, bro, like, can we just have a little fun? Can we just try to inspire one another and get off the bullshit? Like, I don't know. I feel like we're now approaching a really interesting... Look, Aaron, you asked me to speak, bro. I'm just gonna tell you guys the truth, okay? I think that we shouldn't be mixing money and recovery. It's really hard working in this industry because you know what? I'm not in this industry. I don't think that there should be an industry surrounding recovery, but we have to spend money to help. We need money to help people. So it's just tricky. And I'm in the middle of this, all of it. And there's just, alcoholics are very, very judgmental and resentful. And we get sober. When I had 5 years sober, I fell into like a deep depression because I lost this maybe 5, 6, 7 years. I found Prime Time, which is a specific format where they only focus on alcoholism, ego, and self, and we don't talk about drunkalogs. But let me just qualify real quick. When Aaron knew me, I was a nightmare I was a cool guy, right? I was fun, right? I don't know, Aaron, maybe you were a little scared of me at times. I don't know. People were scared of me. I had dreadlocks, and life was like a video game. I used and did whatever I wanted to feel better, and prescription pills were really, really. I think they saved my life. I think that the substances that helped me cope with my feelings, they saved my life as a kid. You know, that's a weird way of putting it, but the drugs and alcohol actually are a solution to the problem, which is in my mind. Now I treat that problem with like helping others and like my purpose, my wife, and I just had a child who's 8 years old. He's 8 years old. He's 8 months old. I just had a kid. My first kid, he's 8 months old. I don't know how I did that. I slipped up there and I said he was 8 years old. Evan's laughing. Evan's sitting right here. He graduated from my Sober Living, and he's a part of my life now, and he works for me, and I have this incredible community. So the opposite of addiction is connection. So we need to make meaningful connections, not just with other sober people, I think with anybody, and change our perception, because if you're anything like me, I spent, half my life. I now have more sober time than I do using, which is kind of a cool thing. I've been sober longer than I was using. So I feel like I've built a whole new character, and I feel like I really can trust. I feel like I've been going to God and other people for so long that when I need to make a decision, I don't even like try to make it anymore. I just go, okay, here's this thing. We need to figure this out. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? And then get quiet and talk to the most important person, which is God, or the most important. When I pause and I get quiet and I ask for guidance from something I don't understand, it slowly kind of comes. A lot of the times the answer is to do nothing. For me, that's usually what it is. God's usually telling me, shut the fuck up, don't do it, don't send the text, don't make the fucking video, just chill. And then like some time goes by, and the problem is I don't always go to God. And sometimes my bondage of self and my ego and my takes over, and I can create wreckage in sobriety way worse than the wreckage I created. And I've seen people with double digits, man, and they're just, consumed by rage and resentment. And I mean, bro, I've been banned from meetings for fucking posting about them on Instagram. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's crazy. I want to call dudes out. No, I don't want to call dudes out, but I kind of want to call dudes out. It's like the steps are, look inside. Why am I angry? I'm angry. I'm fucking angry. Dude, anger is a gift, right? I love to be angry. It's my motivation for everything. But in sobriety, like, we don't get to be angry. It hurts us. It'll make for a miserable existence. So if you're angry at someone, bro, you just got to figure out a way to not be angry at them anymore, because it's only hurting you. They're just another sick human like you, like me. Like, I'm not mad at anyone. I'm really not. It's crazy. And I have people that are like really mad at me. I have people out here really trying to fucking hurt me, and I'm not even mad at them. I can't afford to be mad at people anymore. And what's with this like fucking tough guy, meet me outside, I'll beat you up type shit? I am so done with that. I don't understand why fighting another person is a flex. I'm just gonna let you beat me up, and then let's have a conversation. Now can we talk? I'm just like really, really passionate about being free. I have a freedom that I don't think a lot of people ever get to experience, because I don't care at all what you think. I care what God thinks. And I lead with love and humility. I try to lead. I know that sounded like a fucking egotistical thing to say, I feel like, but I've just gotten to a place where I feel like I don't, as soon as something is negative, or it's as soon as I'm starting to feel that, or I rebuke it. Like, it's like, no, I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm not gonna let you, no. It's like, I need to be aware of it though. Awareness is everything. And that's what Prime Time taught me. It taught me to be aware of what I'm up against. Selfish, self-centered. I'm a king baby, bro. When I don't get what I want, I throw a tantrum. I'm a baby. And when I see, and once I recognize it, just admit it, dude. Once I admit it, then I get to see it. And then once I can see it, I can just like rebuke it or ask God to help me not go down. Like, I just had a baby, and my wife is emotional, and I can't do anything right. I literally do so much. I feel like I do so much, and I'm here, and I'm supporting us financially, and I'm up all night streaming and talking to broken people and just dedicating my whole life. I like doing it. I'm very, very busy, and I'm trying to build stuff, and it's very, very difficult to make a living nowadays. It's just hard. I don't know how people fucking do it. I don't know how you guys do it. Honestly, I don't know how you do it. But she's always complaining, or she's not always complaining, but I feel like I'm always in trouble. No matter what I do, I'm always in trouble. I see you laughing, brother. Rick, what is that, man? But you know what it is it doesn't really matter. So I think my feelings are so important, and they're just not. AA taught me that my feelings are not only are they not important, but they're actually out to get me. And if I trust my feelings, and if I start feeling bad for myself, and I start adding up all the reasons why she should be giving me attaboys, there's a debating society in my head, right? I know you guys have it too. I'm having conversations with her, and other people are proving my point, and no one's even there. It's a whole waste of time, you know? It's a whole waste of time. I don't really do that stuff anymore, honestly. When I find myself starting to do that, I just think, you know what? Meekness. Let me be a mouse. What would a mouse, if I don't need anything, if I don't expect anything, if all I want to do is be the blessing, then I'm never going to be let down. I'm never going to be, okay, cool. How can I help? How can I help? That's it. How can I help? Oh, help him go to bed. Let me help him go to bed. And then I put him down, and then he wakes up again. Oh, let me help him go to bed. I put him down. He wakes up again. And this is 10 times. 10 times. It's been 45 minutes. She's asleep on the bed, and I'm trying to work. I have a stream going in the other room. I'm asking for fucking roses over here. I'm begging people for money on my phone. And then I walk away, and I put my baby to sleep, and then she's mad at me the next morning, and everyone in the fucking live stream is saying, you're a fucking bad parent, you need to go be with your fucking wife and kid, and also you're not fucking sober. Constantly, all day long.
About 2 minutes.
So,
Love you guys.
So yeah, I get, could you imagine being sober and having all this stuff? It's not about me, dude. I'm so happy, honestly, guys. This program taught me to be able to like accept all that and as a blessing. Oh my God, I am so grateful to be able to do those things. I have a child. Oh my God. He's the cutest fucking thing ever. I feel like I want to show you a picture of him right now. I'm not going to do that though. He literally is the cutest baby you've ever seen. I swear to God. I'm not just saying that because he's my baby. It's true. I'm just so grateful for my life. It's sometimes I wonder how could it ever have got so good? I'm in the house I grew up in, and there's like 6 graduates that live here. They're like my friends. And I come here, and all we do all day is hang out. And I go to my people are coming back to my sober living who left, and the miracle of recovery and community through AA. AA is everything to me, okay? I know I didn't talk a whole lot about like the steps. I didn't get specific into AA and stuff. I could, but I just sort of want to speak from my heart. And my heart is so full. I'm grateful, dog. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm grateful. Thank you, dog. I kind of lost it there in the end, dude. Okay, let's see if we can.
There's a little more to read. I love you, Pat.
Yeah, let me just pull this up here.
About that real shit right there.
Yeah, it gets too real sometimes here in the field. After you share, read the following. If it is now time for general participation. If you have not drank or used today if you need to have, you need to have not drank today or used to participate. However, if you have drank today, we encourage you to hang around the meeting, participate, raise your hand, press the button located inside directions, tab button, call on. Shares will be, my alter ego is Joe Biden. Time is at half a minute, out timer. Please respect our timers so as many people can share for tonight as possible. Please, no interruptions, and remember to keep it kind and confidential. What you see here, who you see here, let it stay here, guys. Thank you so much. Is there a newcomer that would like to share?
Not quite yet. We got some hands up.
Oh, okay, cool. You're gonna okay. Hold me down, dog.
That, Pat, if you can't see the screen, we see Jay is first up to bat.
Okay, Jay, how we living?
Hey, thanks. Patrick, thank you for sharing with us. And I want to thank my higher power for getting me here. And want to thank everybody was doing service on this meeting tonight. Patrick, that was really, I was compelled to listen. And there were two things in particular that really got to me. And your being moved at the end was wonderful testament that you coming from your heart, you know. But there were two things that you said that that really hit me. One was you talking about all these young people who they just want to get high and tattoo their face and get famous. I'm like, God, it's horrible. It's just so sad. It's like, where are their parents? Where is their family? And there you are. You know, you're, from what I understood, is you're there with them, you know, and like, you know, who knows how many people have been positively impacted just by your intention, you know, just by being present, you know, with them. Who else is, you know, that's how they got to where they're at, because no adult would just, you know, sit and talk with them and just listen. That's the other thing you said that really struck me. You said we have no idea how many people there are that don't have anybody, even one person, just to listen to them. That's it's very sad.
It's so
And
sad.
it's very stark. And it's interesting, you know, in the I'm a traditional Jew. In the Torah, God says to Solomon,
We're here,
of
though.
all people, like, what do you want? I'll give you anything. You want riches, you want this, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. So Solomon's response was, I want a
Is the Twitch
yes for
wide?
wisdom, right? But
Wide, is the Twitch wide or vertical right now?
in Hebrew, it says it means a listening heart.
We need to
It's really interesting.
pull it up on your phone so you can see it.
He said he wanted a listening heart, and that's what you have. You have a listening heart. Can you hear me? I'm looking at you. Okay, good. You have a listening heart. For you to make the observation that there's all these people that don't have anybody to listen to listen to them. That's a fantastic thing. I mean, that's a gift. And then there you are, and you're willing to listen. So, in my experience in having different. Oh, thank you. I'm wrapping in 10 seconds. My experience of working with counselors and people like that, it can be so healing simply to be heard, you know, and you're doing that service, and I really applaud you and I respect it, and thank you.
Oh, we go like this.
Oh, yeah. Patrick, if you can't see the screen, we got Paho up the bat, and I'll help you out with that. Paho, kick it off, baby.
Paho Alcoholic. Thank you so much, Pat. I love that. How you did speak from the heart. And boy, I wish I was sober when I had my small children, because, you know, I felt resentful of what I was, you know, obviously I took my responsibility seriously, but I didn't feel like I was getting the accolades. And that's something that that didn't serve me. And I went and I drank to escape. I felt like A, deserved it, and B, I enjoyed the escape. And I enjoyed having those breaks of being separated from my reality. And things are very different today. We actually have not the same thing, but a similar thing. We have a new puppy, which is very much like a little baby. And I'm very present and happy to help. And when there is something to be done, first thought is, fuck, it's the middle of the night. Second thought is, okay, well, this is what I signed up for. And I'm just in the process of acceptance because I'm part of this game that I signed up for. It's working out really
This
well.
is so
And
cool.
I'm glad that I don't have to.
It like zooms in on my face.
They just get heavy. They get heavy on me.
Oh, is that from your camera?
And also
I'm tripping. Yeah, this is amazing.
You know, that was a huge part of what I was doing and not wanting to be caught and sneaking around and just trying to generally just get away with shit. And that's another thing that piled up on me. It felt just was crushing at the end. And when I got to AA, I came to the doors because I was here to stop drinking, but I didn't realize everything else that came with it. And you also, and Jay mentioned it as well, that you said there are people that don't have anyone to listen to them. And I felt like that when I was drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt isolated.
Mm-hmm.
I had colleagues and friends like that, and friends from high school that I would call, but I was isolated. And
Dude, my
being
frame
able
is
to
so
find this
ill
room and the
right
other rooms
now.
that I go to,
Like in the
and
Discord, it's like, and then I just,
is liberating. And
and then I
will
like
not
sit
bore
up and
you with
there's
any
this
more
like
of my
blue light and it's just
any
like,
more of my thoughts. But yes, I'm so happy that you're here, and you are punk rock.
thank you so much, man. I love you, dog. That's a heart right there.
We are punk rock, Paho. Key, jump on in there. Tell us what's going on.
Thank you, Aaron.
Alcoholic addict, whatever the fuck you call it, it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick,
There it is.
I appreciate your share. One thing's, this energy that we all have that you have to have if you're trying to stay alive in this fucking world. I've definitely been there sitting alive going, can I make even a few dollars from this?
Mm-hmm.
And
you can.
playing guitar, doing the dishes, whatever I have to do, and the fact that I have to live stream it and see it and try to make money off of it is just a fucking mess.
No.
Doesn't matter that I have the platform, I have the follower count. None of that shit makes you happy.
Pretty stoked on it.
None of that shit sharing with the world.
It'll help.
What makes me happy is being able to be sober and be there for my spouse.
Thanks, Leafly.
Be here for my parents, even when I don't like them.
That shit hits hard, dog. Would
and
you get me?
The other thing that you said that really struck me that I wish more people would say is that the book says all of this is
I want to get you in here.
only.
Should I just say, can
suggestion
I add
only.
a hand to the list?
Because people get onto this high horse where they are trying to tell somebody else how to work their program, and you can't work another person's program. I can't work my father's program for him. My father can't work my program for me. And that was a very important part of me coming back to sobriety, was learning that this is not my father's program. Because I had resentments against my father's program. I had resentments against when 12-step was made to anti-psychiatry, anti-MAT, anti-all of these things that actually help people have helped me in my recovery. Learning that this program is inclusive enough for all of us if we let it be. So I'm happy to be sober every day. Glad to be here. Key, alcoholic.
Thanks, Key. We got Jib up next. I'm going to ask to unmute. I took off the mute option. There you go.
I'm muted, okay? So they can't hear me. So why don't you just
Gib,
calm down a little bit.
Hear Gib?
Listen, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
how beautiful is this? Man. So grateful.
For a second there.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm Gib. I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Gib.
It's my first time at this meeting and my first time at a men's stag in many years, and I'm just so happy to be here. It feels like there's a lessening of pressure just being around the boys and stuff like that.
The boys.
A lot of my drinking and using involved feelings of isolation and issues with dating and stuff. It's not always something that I want to talk about in co-ed meetings. And I'm just so stoked to be here because of that. And that was just a really wonderful share. I liked what you said about freedom. And I really do believe that most people, if they genuinely felt it, if they genuinely experienced freedom in their hearts, freedom to live the way they want, to live where they want, to love and how they want, to think what they want, to be able to say what they want without, pressures of family, of career, of all of these things, especially,
Evan.
myself, the pressure I put on myself more than anybody else. I think most people would spontaneously put down drugs and alcohol, and we're so blessed to be in an environment and in a program where we can sort of.
I need Evan to cut the camera. Or actually, I don't know.
I told somebody earlier today, I said, people, like, we're all just little lamps of divine energy, just shining bright in darkness. And, when I come into the rooms of AA, when I'm working my program, when I'm helping other alcoholics, I just get to polish the glass on that lamp a little bit more and shine a little bit brighter. And Patrick, I don't know you, but it sounds like from the work you do, you shine really bright and you cast a lot of light on a lot of people.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Gil, I'm so glad you made it to the work in progress meeting, man. It's the anniversary today of our men's Stag. Hey, I'm Aaron. I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober since August 22nd, 2014. It's not my first rodeo. Welcome anybody that's new. Patrick, I fucking love you.
Love you, bro.
That right there is a real human being and a real hero, dude. If you
Oh.
don't know Patrick, that's a real, and that comes from a movie called Drive, too, the soundtrack. Good
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's Kavinsky. I've known Patrick since I was a kid in junior high. We're the same age. He's got 7 years on me. But this guy had a head start and really inspired the shit out of me when it comes to service work and helping others. Like he said his solution used to be drugs and alcohol. Now his solution is helping others, man. That's crazy. You know why? Because our fucking problem is us, is self-centeredness and selfishness. So obviously the solution is going to be other-centeredness. And it's not a matter if I want to or not. It's just a matter that my life depends on it. Sobriety depends on me helping others. I don't wait to feel good before I help others. I help others to feel good. AA is not a self-help program. And I love that you talked about freedom, man, because I used to think freedom was doing whatever the hell I wanted when I wanted. And that ultimately, it looks like, do we have a bomber here, Jonah? Somebody's starting to fuck with our stack. Somebody's messing with it. But either way, I'm going to keep going, not be distracted. I'm going to say this. Freedom I found is on the other side of all the shit I avoid doing, you know what I mean? It's in the contrary action. The freedom I found here is freedom from that obsession, that loud voice in my head that tells me I'm not good enough, that voice that tells me I need to drink again or use again, it's going to be a good idea. That's the freedom I found here, but it's in the shit that I don't want to do that I find the freedom, And it's not about me anymore. The whole essence of this program is about getting out of my damn self. And when I wake up in the morning, the first thought in my head is about me, And AA has taught me about things I could substitute instead of going to the alcohol and drugs or calling the drug dealer. Instead of doing that, I connect with another human being, another fellow in AA. I go to a meeting. I sponsor other guys. I go to the literature. I pray to a higher power that I still don't understand. But this isn't about learning more shit. This is about unlearning everything that I think I know, And everybody, all the newcomers I talk to, they know so much.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear a guy who has 10 years experience of staying sober, 10 years experience of seeing other people not stay sober. They want to tell me what they think. And sometimes I just got to listen, like Jay said. Like, the most spiritual shit I can do is just listen. Because some people just need to hear themselves talk out loud so they could find the answer in themselves. Because the answers are within, But it's that damn big book that was the roadmap. It's not the treasure. It's the roadmap to the treasure. And you know what that treasure is? It's you. Being comfortable in your own skin without drugs or alcohol again. I just highly recommend the 12 steps because I couldn't fucking do it. The last thing I tried was the 12 steps and it was the first thing that worked. As Pajo knows, it's one of my favorite things to say. I love you, Pat. Thanks for taking the time with us. I know you're a busy dude.
Thank you.
And keep fucking crushing it, dude. Don't ever change.
Thank you,
All
man.
right, off to Sam Scott.
Oh, yes. You want to sit here? Sam, it's you.
I just asked one of you.
That's all right. That's
No, go.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm sitting next to Pat. It was great to hear you, man. I was thrown off by your share because it was so unlike the kind of rote thing that we normally hear and do in meetings. as I was thinking about what you were saying and how you were framing it, I thought, this is one of the great things I've gotten out of our friendship is, I'm always talking about how admission is the key. And I'm not a big believer that acceptance is the key to anything. I think that if I have to accept something unacceptable, I'm always good. As far as I'm concerned, that's practicing toxic positivity. But if I admit that things are unacceptable, I can get to acceptance from it. I can accept that things are unacceptable. And the reason I say that is what in his way has taught me to do is get better at admission, get better at being more honest, get better at being okay with the truth and saying the thing and being real. And I'm grateful to you for that.
Thanks, brother. Love you, dog.
You were talking about how, that connection is the opposite of addiction. And I thought when I was drinking, I was a lone wolf out on the battlefield who needed no one. And I was going to get my shit together and prove the world wrong and show everyone. And that I needed no one to do that. And what I found out in recovery is that I'm actually addicted to people and connection. And I need to be around my fellows and be seen and be heard every day. And someone else was talking about, I think it was Paho was talking about needing a pat on the head for showing up in his marriage and for his kids before he stopped drinking. And to be honest with you, I was the same in my marriage sober. I wanted a pat on the head every time I took 5 minutes with my daughter. Even though she's the only perfect thing I'll ever create. Every time I washed up or swept the floor or got the Hoover out, I wanted a medal. And the reason is because if connection is the antidote to the human condition, I've got 1 second or 1 minute. My alcoholism doesn't want to mildly upset the apple cart. It wants to fucking destroy my life. It wants to get in the way of every human connection I will ever experience by telling me that I deserve acknowledgement for everything that I do, by separating me from everyone. It possibly can. By waiting for you always hear people say, like, why would you wait until Thanksgiving to do this? And the answer is because that's how I get maximum destruction, which is what my alcoholism wants. It doesn't want one person in the house, it wants my whole family. So it can have everyone that's important to me peace out. Anyway, it's great to be here, great to see you all. Thanks.
We're gonna open up the room.
Turn off your, just turn it off.
Anybody feel like they gotta get something off their chest? This would be your time to raise your virtual hand or raise your physical hand if you're new to this meeting. And you identify.
So who's this Jay guy? That's not Jay.
On alcoholic. So you gotta identify as an alcoholic, obviously.
Whoa, that's tight.
Other than that, we're gonna open up the forum to people who want to share anything on alcoholism, addiction, specifically, and or just check in. Anybody else want to share? Nima had his hand up. Who did? Nima. Do you identify as an alcoholic, Nima? No? All right. Well, if you don't identify as an alcoholic, then we will. Oh. You good, Nima?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, cool. No, thanks for being here, though. Thanks for checking us out. Love you. Let's see. Now we're just going to call on people. I'm going to call on Rick.
I got.
Oh, there you go. John Milano.
There you go. My name is Sean. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic. Pat, thanks for coming out to the party, man.
Thank you.
It's great hearing you share. You said something that sparked something. Yeah, I've been through, I went through several trips to rehabilitation as a bunch of people in this room have. And, I like to say that rehab really helps, but a lot of that is a turn off, at least in the beginning, of just like a machine that is just the money to be made. And I think that was initially what really, and I didn't want to fucking get sober, let's be honest. Like, you gotta want to get sober.
Mm-hmm.
when I finally did get my head out of my ass, it was a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And you know, the fruits of this program right now, every day, I see it in not just in my ability to show up for my family and show up for work and show up for myself sometimes, but also just being able to like communicate with other people when I'm not the person that I want to be or think I am, and being able to give myself grace. And you know, that's something that, listen, I'm not perfect at it. Fuck, this is the men's work in progress meeting for a reason, but it is something that I never thought in all my years in using that I was ever going to be able to do, was to give myself any amount of grace. And you know, this program isn't perfect, and we don't run it perfectly, and that's the beauty of why this thing works. So thanks for letting me share, guys. Thanks again for coming out, Pat, and it's good to see your faces, guys.
Good to see you, John. Thanks for your share too. It is 9:50. We usually leave this time frame for burning desires, which means that you really got something you need to get off your chest. You may feel like you want to drink, hurt yourself, or hurt somebody else. If that is the case, this is your time right now to raise your hand, virtually, physically. I'll take a look around. Otherwise, we still got some time for a couple more shares. All right. How about you, Rick? I saw you getting a kick out of Pat's share and certain things. There you are.
Thanks. Rick Alcoholic.
Hey, Rick.
Patty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you how lucky and blessed you are to be sober and aware for the birth of your child. I'm sure many of us were definitely not close to that. I know how much work it takes. I had twins and was sober for a while during it and kind of fell off, and it was just kind of mayhem. And the work that you're doing, to me, it's Mother Teresa-like as far as you're working with kids. You're just giving so much of yourself, trying to help and trying to communicate, but you can't give them your experience, but you're there for them to talk to them. And it's the service that you're giving is so inspiring.
Thank you.
And I just want you to know I really appreciate that. And just treat your kids the same way, your wife, you have gratitude just to be there to help them, the fact that you're present, and you know, you've transformed to somebody really amazing.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate your share, and just when you can't do anything right, just be happy you can't do anything right. You're there to learn how to get better, you know?
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for letting me share, and talk to you in a little bit.
All right, cool, man.
Thanks, Rick.
We're good on this.
Yeah, my biggest problem is I always
just let it
expect
go,
others to treat me well, and I have unreasonable demands on others. That's not their job anymore. It's my job of how I respond and how I set myself as the example. I see a guy named Drew here. I've never seen you here. Do you want to check in, brother? You identify as an alcoholic? An addict?
Yeah, sure. My name is Drew, and I'm an alcoholic. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be sober. Good to hear you, Patrick. I actually just met Patrick in person a couple days ago.
Wow.
At a trade show.
Like we had the interview.
I seen him on the thing, and he said he was speaking, and you know, like I told him in person, I admire from what I see and what he does as far as the service part. You know, that part of the triangle. I really connect, and I've been on like this trip a lot lately. You know, being sober, I'm not a big time guy, because I've seen people go out with 10, 20, 30 years.
Right.
They could teach a parrot how to read the big book and spout off a page number. So just lately, I've been really, I guess for probably about a decade. And it's not judgment. I'm just a social observer around these rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, but the people that are actually doing the deal. You know what I mean? There really isn't a lot of people. Where I got sober and how I got sober and when I got sober, I got sober around a bunch of old timers that were doing the deal.
Bro, do you want to
one of those guys that does the deal? You know what I mean? Just helping out, constant of service. But what I really got out of his share was the whole trip on, the connection. And when there was correspondence between you and Bill W. And they talked about the connection. And when he was working with Roland, he had said something about, I have to
Erica,
look it up.
we love you.
You know, just the importance
Thank you
of connection. And he knew that
for everything you do.
he couldn't really at that time talk about a connection with God or the spiritual aspect of it. But he knew that that was important. And, you know, and I've been sober for a minute, and it is important for me to be connected. You know, I work with a lot of guys outside of sobriety too. There's a lot of men right now suffering in silence.
Yeah.
I know a lot of sober people that have hung themselves, put a bullet in their head.
Oh, so
because they were suffering in silence, they just couldn't speak about it.
Oh,
so when we talk about at the end of the meeting, those are suffering in and out of these rooms. You know what I mean? It's a big.
That's a good Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine has a really good song.
Long-term sobriety. It gets harder for me. It doesn't get easier. You know.
The TikTok shop's cool too, guys.
Things, you know, everything I have should be down. Property of Alcoholics Anonymous. So I'm truly grateful for men like Patrick, rooms like this, and just for the time that we were able to share and connect. Because there's a lot of guys out there.
I just ran into this guy at ComplexCon. You should get a shot of him.
And they're fucking miserable.
Or I'll get one.
Thanks for letting me share, guys.
Ah, shoot.
That was a great share, Drew. I'm glad you took us home. That's exactly
yes.
That's how it's done. Fortunately, that is all the time we have for sharing. This meeting reminded me that our very lives as ex-problem drinkers depend on our constant thought of others and how we may best meet their needs, you know, and help meet their needs. That's Patrick for you right there. That's my brother. He did that tonight for us, and all of you did. Let's see, moving along. I'm going to read the end of this format. I would like to give a big, big thanks to Patrick for leading the meeting tonight. You knocked it out the park, raw, authentic, and once again, I want to welcome anybody that's new to this meeting, new to AA. We're going to keep the meeting open a little bit after, too, if you want to, just check in, tell us what's on your mind. I'll keep the meeting open for about 10 minutes.
Okay, so I don't have anything else to say.
On Wednesday.
Because, it's a blue.
Time next week.
I'm like sitting here wondering if I'm going to have to like read some more shit, bro. I'm like, fucking, this guy's got me crying. I've known this guy for 30 years. So he was just saying that about me, and it's just, there's 500 people. It's just emotional. It's emotional. You know what I mean? It's too much, dude. Because I remember being in this guy's fucking studio. Okay, let me just say this. I have footage, actually, of this guy, of me in his studio, me and Steve, we ended up what eventually became Hypercrush. Before Hypercrush, I'm in this dude's studio. His dad's a professional. He has like his dad works on film, can't even fucking say something. Get to the point, you know? What is it? Oh. Bro, we gotta find this footage. Actually, who gives a fuck? You can't even see him.
This is also a literature-based book.
Just like trippy hearing him say that stuff about me, you know? What was cool about it is that there's, like, I have my people here, and then like my new people, they get to hear from, it's sort of like this guy's just sort of validating something, and it feels good because there's people here that doubt, and I get emotional because hopefully those people are sort of like, that's God coming into the stream and maybe helping those people help them dissipate their anger, and you know, and, oh wow, like that's powerful.
Important thing. Some used to be on pen and paper, ink and paper, like printed, but I've got a digital copy that you can keep on your phone. If you want a copy of the phone list, I put my number in the chat.
Thank you so much, Evan.
And I can get one to you if you're not on our phone.
Oh my God. If you weren't here, bro, where is Dara?
Email your sobriety date, your phone number.
Dara!
And send you a fresh copy with
bro, where are you at, dog?
Thank you, Daniel.
Okay, we love you, dog. We need you over here. Grab the iPad. That's your pink chair. We need to get Dara a chair, maybe.
Welcomer guy position, and I
Dara
would like
chair.
to just throw my name in the chat. If you're new
That's
to
our
this
Twitch.
let me know.
How many people are in there? Let's run it up.
And,
Send the link out on my Instagram and my TikTok. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Paho.
Dara. I'm so happy you're here, dog.
One of the readings to close this out.
He's great. He's great because I need you to read the comments.
Which one would you want, Keith?
Erica Roselli's out here with the roses.
St. Francis prayer, I've got it.
St. Francis prayer. Here we go.
Head of the game.
Best
I'm
prayer
right next to
ever.
my computers, so
Listen up.
Key
Put on some
alcohol.
fucking.
Lord, make me an where there is hatred, let me fellow. Where there is injury,
Put on lo-fi, like quietly in the background.
Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Divine Master, grant that I may know up so much sleep to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand.
Could you guys hear all that?
For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Oh, just in time. Missed it.
Still suffering in and out of these rooms. Well, all of y'all, please join me if you care to in the Serenity Prayer. God. You guys can unmute.
Grant me this
God,
serenity.
grant me the serenity to accept the
things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen. Keep coming back, y'all. Thanks again, Patrick.
Thank you guys.
Glad to see you.
Woo!
Drew, can you share your number?
So here, come over here and get Aaron. Because if you get Aaron, no, just right here.
On the first Wednesday of the month in Los Angeles.
Just.
Oh, cool. At Radford?
At Radford, 9 p.m.
Just be ready.
Well.
I'm gonna literally ask him.
It's on Zoom every.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even like a thing.
Yeah, like I'm like 15 minutes away from Radford.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I'll be back.
Just finished sharing at my alcoholics meeting of the Alcoholics Anonymous, Madison. Where'd you go? But wait, they just say hi.
Well, hi. I've been puking my guts out all day.
Oh, Gracie, you keeping her company?
Yeah.
Okay, I just finished my meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. Hey, T. And now I want to talk to Aaron a little bit.
I said Troll Patrol's work. Troll Patrol's real work.
Yeah, it is working out.
Much appreciated.
So fast, you noticed.
Thanks everyone for being here. Still no sound in YouTube.
I get a weird
Are you
thrill out of it.
actually fucking kidding me?
Annoyed.
What do you mean?
They're able to like.
Is that why it's so low in their
Have to
YouTube?
share screen too these days.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah, they can't.
That can be shut down. That's just a matter of settings. You can shut that down.
Noel.
Masquerading as
Everyone, subscriptions. Let's go. Heart me's. Let's go.
Not kidding.
Yeah.
Is Patrick sharing his
Oh,
number?
it's muted.
Is he still here?
Fucking
I
unbelievable.
got Pat's number too.
When did it get fucking muted?
Yeah, could you send it to me, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude, Drew.
Pat runs an amazing, very tight, structured, sober living called Graceland Ranch.
Oh, he's here.
In Agora. Yeah. He's been running that operation for a minute, just really helping so many cats get sober. Yeah. It's pretty epic.
Hey, dude.
I can't imagine how stressful it is too, man. It's like, I
Dude,
called him a hero, but what comes with being a hero is great responsibility.
you fucked around. You fucked around and had me fucking tearing up because that song, bro. I hear those lyrics and it just like, it's inspired. Well, it's all of us, bro. If we're in here getting vulnerable and honest in front of other men, that's the dude. But Drew, like, bro, that's so. You guys understand? I ran into this guy at ComplexCon randomly.
No way.
And we fucking started filming our conversation. Bro, we're working on the video right now with this Drew. Oh, we already posted it. It's already up. And now here he is, bro. He's in the meeting, and that was just like, he randomly called on you? It's just, bro.
Yeah, and Drew's share was fire too. I was like,
But why did you call on him?
That's God. It's all God. I just was like, I like Drew's vibe, just how he looked.
That's so cool.
You know what I mean? You get that intuition. I'm like,
yeah, that's really cool.
To take us home today, and you nailed it.
I appreciate that, Patrick. I'm gonna get with. I think you put me in contact with Melissa. I'm gonna try to get over there and see you. I'm right here in Thousand Oaks, so get over there and see you guys on this coming up Wednesday next week.
What's your sobriety date, Drew?
0010304.
Oh, I had a feeling. I got to ask you to meet if you don't mind at some point this meeting. I got to yeah.